It's a great honor to introduce Esther Duflo as the first speaker of the Bocconi lecture series. Esther summarizes the best of the French educational system and the best of the United States academic system. In fact, she graduated from École Normale in Paris in 1994, and then she earned her PhD in economics from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology in 1999. Her career is just impressive. When she finished and went on the job market, she had offers from the very best places in economics, but she decided to stay at MIT and continue her career there, where she has been since then, basically. At the age of 29, and this is really truly impressive, she was awarded tenure in what is one of the very best departments of economics in the world. She has also been pivotal in establishing the Jamil Poverty Action Lab, known also as JPAL, which is a network specialized in randomized experiments, which provides first-rate research, but at the same time also policy advices to poor countries and developing countries. The list of honors and awards is just scary, so she's really Wonder Woman, and the John Bates Clark Medal is the last of a long series of accomplishments. But this list is shared by other many prominent economists. So what makes Esther special is, and I like to quote her colleague, Ricardo Caballero, who is also the chair of the MIT department, when he received the news of Esther Duflo Clark Medal, this is how he commented. Of course, we are very happy for Esther. And then he said, she has built one of the most successful careers I can recall in recent times, while making a huge difference for the poor around the world. So combining a successful career with helping the poor around the world is not something that most economists are used to do. So in this sense, Esther is truly unique. The John Bates Clark Medal is given each year now to the economist in the United States under the age of 40 who has made significant contributions to the field of economics. You can see she is in very good company. So it's Paul Samuelson, Ken Arrow, Robert Solow, Gary Becker, Daniel McFadden, Joseph Stiglitz. You can basically see who got the Clark Medal. Basically, most of these people also got the Nobel Prize years later. And this says a lot. Now, the motivation for the Clark Medal, and I like to read it because it summarizes beautifully why she got it, says, Esther Duflo has distinguished herself through definitive contributions to the field of development economics. Through her research, mentoring of young scholars, and role in helping to direct the JPAL lab at MIT, she has played a major role in setting a new agenda for the field of development economics. Much of her work addresses questions of politics, gender, and education. She has written a lot on India, but has also studied Indonesia, Ivory Coast, South Africa, and Kenya. Now, if we want to summarize in a nutshell in one slide what is Esther's key methodological insight, you should ask basically the following question. Suppose you want to help alleviate poverty in a country, and you have the technology, the infrastructure, the funding, the intention, everything is there basically to fix the problem. But the question is, how do we know whether a policy is going to be effective, what works and what does not work? So Esther's contribution is the use of randomized controlled trials experiment that helps actually establishing which policies work and which don't do. I could choose many papers that she has written. Again, for the sake of time, I picked two. And there is a reason why I picked these two and not others. So in one paper with co-authors, she finds that the rate at which families in northern India will immunize their children jumps from 5% to nearly 40% when the parents are offered a small bag of lentils as an incentive. So a small bag of lentils that cost really little can make a huge difference in the health of these children in northern India. Moving to Kenya and schooling and education, in an experiment with co-authors involving 120 schools, she found that dividing classes according to student performance helps both the high-achieving students and the low-achieving students. something which is not trivial and it's not easy to think ex ante before actually doing the experiment. Why I chose these two pieces of research? Because this is the beautiful quote that Esther has that says, we cannot helicopter people out of poverty. So grandiose plans and big statements don't actually help the poor. Small-scale experiments done in a serious, rigorous way are way more effective in alleviating poverty than big pompous statements or grandiose plans. And as a scholar, this is Esther's vision, and I love this quote. She says, I would like to practice a true human science, rigorous and impartial, a science of humans in its imperfection and complexities, humble and humane and generous. So this goes back to Ricardo Caballero's quote, combining serious scholarship while at the same time helping the very poor in the world. I concluded this introduction, which has been deliberately non-pompous, because this is Esther's style, by telling you how she replied when we invited her back in June. And again, it says what she is. When we invited her, she replied, I'm very grateful for the invitation, and we thought she was replying from her nice, cozy office from MIT. And then she added, I'm right now in a taxi going to take a night train from Calcutta to Bhubaneswar. Now, someone who takes a night train from Calcutta to Bhubaneswar shows the following. She's a true scholar, one of the very best, and the Clark Medal is just a testimony of this. But she's also someone who cares deeply about the people, does not sit in her office. I mean, she does also that, but not only that. She travels around the world to India, to Kenya, or to Rwanda recently in order to really alleviate the problem of poverty. For all these reasons, on behalf of everybody in this room, I can say that we are truly proud and honored to have Esther Duflo as our ideal speaker to inaugurate the Bocconi Lecture Series.